Sybil is here.
All right. Looks like we're live.
Yeah, I see us. We got Ingrid and Sybil and Barb. Hello.
Hello, hello. Yep. That's what I see too.
All right.
All right, my other device is live now. All right, I think everything's turned on.
That's good. That's always good.
Hi, Cindy.
Good morning. So we're in a new month. All new stuff, all new challenges. There's going to be a couple of things going on this month. One of which is the stuff that we started back in January. Some of the people still wanted to work with those papers that are in Art Joy is Sharing that everybody shared early on. And so some people will be working with those shared papers in the file. And then you can incorporate that into the other hashtag that we're doing this month, which is AJOS Media. And that's what we're working on today is media. Right, Shel?
Yes. And, that's kind of an open-ended word. People think about social media. People think about the media as in people who are reporting or whatever. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about media in the art form, which basically just means the stuff that you use to make art. That could be paint, that could be techniques, it could be products, it could be the combination of techniques or a style, like in the case of mixed media, which is what Peg and I both do. We are mixed media artists. Mine is more of a focus on collage and mixed media, and hers is more of all kinds of mixed media. We both do all of it. We're both qualified to do all of it. But that's what we're talking about when we talk about hashtag AJOS Media. So that's not stopping you from posting something in the group, because everything that you do, whether it's fabric, whether it's doing assemblages or things like that with recycled materials, whether you're a wood carver, whether you paint on glass, I mean, anything that you do, you're using some sort of a media, right? But what we're going to be talking, probably Peg and I will be talking about, is mixed media, which is a technique and also a style. A lot of people consider it a style. You might look at a piece and think that, oh, that's mixed media. What is mixed media? Mixed media means that you take whatever media and you mix them all together. Lots of the older style artists, and I'm not including everyone. There were even masters who use mixed media, but there is a kind of some rules, right? You might hear about some rules. Oh, you can't use a water-soluble media with an acrylic media. Oh, you can't use oil with something else. And sure, there are all kinds of questions about, is it archival? How long is it going to last? Does it have too much? Does it mix up too much and then break down the permanence of whatever media? There are all kinds of things to learn about that. But generally for mixed media just means you're mixing it all up. My most common mixture would be to mix something with acrylic, something with collage, and maybe some sort of a water-soluble something on the top. Or maybe I mix an alcohol something. So it just means mixing things up, basically. Do you have anything else to add to that, Peg?
I think you covered it pretty well. Yeah, the other thing is, just because there's a rule doesn't mean you can't break it. We tend to stretch the boundaries. So
I would go so far as to even say, oh, this is already dry, to even say that I encourage you to break the rules. I guess I'm naughty that way, but
Yeah, well, many times what you see on this channel is us experimenting with things, because how are you going to make something different or new or unique if you don't experiment? And that's what I love about mixed media, is you have the opportunity to have that aha moment and the surprise. So go for it.
yeah.
Don't be afraid.
And if you do break rules, I mean, if you don't break rules, how are you going to discover a new thing? Basically, is what we're saying. Anything that's new, anything that's different, anything that's discovered is because somebody was doing something to make it that way. So
Absolutely. So I'm starting out. I've got and I want to say hi to the people that are still coming in. We missed a few. Hi, Terry. Hi, Julie. I just, people come in. Hi, Peggy. And, we just keep on working. So I don't want to appear that I'm ignoring anybody, because I'm really not. We're just working and talking away. And we're so glad to have you all here with us.
Oh, we have pink. Where's a pink? I got no pink. So as you guys know, I'm traveling. I'm still not at home. I will not be at home next week either. I extended my trip to go attend a relative's belated wedding. What do you call those things? Shower, wedding shower. So I'm even staying gone longer than I intended to. So I'm still in Oregon, if you guys are wondering.
I think when I started out with this panel, I'm using this is an unprimed basswood ampersand panel, an 8x8 cradle board. And so I put a coat of gesso on first, just because I like to have that under surface sealed and coated. And then I started with some spray inks. That's my first layer, my first medium is the spray inks and a little water, and created the first layer on the background here. Hi, Nell.
There's one. Who doesn't have pink? Seriously.
So these are great little boards. They're inexpensive, and you can get a lot done with them. But I think when I picked these colors, I was kind of being influenced by the Pick-a-Stick challenge this month, because the aqua and stuff are in the Pick-a-Stick this month. I just put that post up on the Pick-a-Stick folder in the albums, so you can pull that down and print it off if you want to start on the Pick-a-Stick and move with that.
Yep, that's what
Hi, Rennie.
This is too translucent. Grr.
So I think I want to use a stencil, because we love stencils in this, and I've got several of them here I've been considering. I went over and pulled a few out this morning as I was looking for this project. And I think I might, let's see, I want that one or do I want that one? I'm not sure yet. I'm going to get some kind of dimensional media, I think. Let me see what I got in the drawer.
I'm still just playing with paint. I wanted this to be bright, but it's not being bright, is it? Doesn't want to. Oh, and my substrate is a Dilutions Dialogue journal. So this is the cover of it. that you can buy that's already decorated. And then it has these little elastics inside, and the elastics hold your book. So like in the case of this one has lined paper in it. It just holds it in there. And it's a little bit different size. I thought it was kind of fun. So that's what I brought with me, was this particular journal.
I've been so into doing the ATCs, you know, you rearrange things as you work on different projects. And I don't have those media things right in front of me. So let me grab something. Okay, came up with something. Woohoo!
You're doing good.
I found some light molding paste from Golden, which will do the trick. And I think I want to colorize that a little bit. So let me get some ink. And we'll mix up a little batch of something here. Looks like that's good still, which is always important.
Well, you certainly don't want it to be bad.
No.
Man, these little things are killing my fingers. Huh.
I'm gonna get some ink.
That's right, Julie. They do take over.
Okay,
I have to keep packing my stuff back up, so it's worked out okay. There we go. Might be kind of fun. I don't know.
Got a little bit of the Doc Martens India ink in a blue, since we're in this blue theme here. Oh boy. And I'm going to have trouble with that one. So I'm going to grab my opener.
Let's set that aside to dry for a bit. I'll work on some of these papers I grabbed down. I've got everything out. It's like, oh my gosh, too much stuff. So I got out some different papers I might play with. That one's just kind of going to stay with me.
Sake.
Some of these others might be fun to play with. In those same colors, I was going for pink, bright pink, orange, and yellow, because here in Oregon, amazingly, it is hotter than Tucson right now. And I think that orange and pink and yellow are like colors of the sun, colors of, you know, brightness and hot heat. And that's what I was figuring out to play with today. Maybe a little bit of green, because there's a lot of green here. Although the grass at the house is pretty much brown now because of the heat. They're not used to having it so hot here. And it is blazing hot. Although there was a thunderstorm here last night. It did rain. So that's always good. I can get a little rain.
So I need the Jaws of Life to open that jar. So
yeah,
I switched over to some FW because I could get the lid off of it.
Okay, let's see. What do I have? Let's play with one.
I have multiple tools for opening things. You know, I have tools like this. That didn't do it. I tried another device, didn't do it. So it's like, okay, later. We'll just move on. And that's what I'm saying about options. You don't have to always go with the first choice, because it's mixed media and you can do anything you want to do.
Yep, just be free, be free.
Yeah. So that's a pretty nice
Nice.
color, right? That's a pretty nice color. Nice blue. So let's see, where do I want to put this? I kind of like.
I got out some different stencils, and I'm just stenciling over top of some of these papers. You know, if you have papers, and believe me, I've got papers, you can always alter what they look like, which is a really easy stencil job. So I brought some stencils. These are all, these ones I'm using right now are all 4x4 stencils from Stencil Club. And I think it's kind of fun to sort of stay with somewhat the same shape. You know, like I've got squares here, but then maybe layer them or mix them or, you know, do different stuff just to get something interesting going.
Yeah, why not?
Greenish, any kind of light green paint. I should. Where's my stupid bag of paint? Put it back in there. No, that's not it. That's pencil. Light green in this one. I think so. That's light green. Maybe a little blue too. Blue skies.
Smiling at me. Okay, so got a little bit of that. I think I will put just a little bit in this area too. I just like the texture, you know. I always like to have something with some texture.
Green, green, green. How about that one? That's a fun.
So that's what I'm doing, is adding texture to the background here. And of course, this is going to take a little while to dry, but the nice thing about the lightweight stuff is it dries much faster than like molding paste or something like that. So this is going to dry faster. So I'm going to set that aside for a minute. I'm going to clean up my stencil because you don't want this stuff to sit on your stencil. Oh, Terry says her art room's cleaner than it's been in months.
I started to really overhaul mine before I left because my friend, the friend I'm traveling with, who lives here where I am right now, she was there, and you know, it's just nice that she doesn't have to do anything. It's just nice to have someone there to talk to while you're working, you know?
Yeah.
And so she and I started to really overhaul my space, but we didn't get finished before we left. So when I get back, I've got lots of stuff I need to do. Fun.
Hi, Roz. Hey, how are you doing? Ingrid, I don't know what kind of challenge you're having, but I would say just reload on YouTube because it's all looking good here.
Oh, it's kind of fun. It looks like netting. Maybe a few little numbers would be nice. Nice.
And, you know, this cleanup paper, what am I going to do with that? Well, I'm going to put it in my stash because, you know, I might use it for something else, right?
I know I always need it for something else. Those are kind of fun. I like those numbers.
So, got that going on. And now the next thing I want to do is create some components to go on here. So I grabbed a grouping of papers, just a random group of stuff. I'm going to look through here That might be nice. That might be nice. Oh, I like that. I like that. That might be too. So the other thing I wanted to do, maybe this. Let's try it. I want to stamp and die cut some imagery. So I've got this paper, and I don't know if this is in the group. I'll have to look and see if this paper is in the group. If not, I'll try to put that one out there for you.
Yeah, at this point, I don't even know. I mean, I know there's a ton of stuff out there that you can.
Oh yeah, yeah, there is.
There's a ton, but I don't know what all's out there. And I didn't download anything for this project because I'm not anywhere I could do that. So
let me figure out what I want to use on here. I could do the monarch because I've got some orangey, pinky tones. I could do the monarch. And I'm just going to use a black permanent ink.
Just making some pattern. I don't know.
Yeah, Terry, I do that sometimes too when I'm upstairs and I'm just looking at it on the television because you can't see the chat on the television, so you have to use your phone. Trying to say good day. Well, good day to you. So I'm going to stamp a few of these out. I should probably have my foam underneath to get a better impression.
I'll get out some white. Where's white? Where are you?
And today I am just using some black stays on because it's the first pad I grabbed, and it's a permanent ink, and you can use it on just about anything, you know, non-porous surfaces, whatever. So Stays On is a nice ink pad to have if you're looking for a good ink pad to add to your collection.
For sure.
Oops, missed that wing. No problem. You just take a pen and draw it in. And let's see. Let's do. I'm not sure which ones of these I'm going to use, so I'm going to stamp several. Because, you know, we're not at a point where I know what all the final colors are going to be, so I'm just going to get a few to choose from. Oh yeah, storing metal dies, absolutely. I have lots of suggestions for that. Actually, I think I even have a video out there someplace, but like this one that I'm using today already came in a pouch, but it goes with the stamps that I'm using. So I put these two together, and what I do with those is I put them into one of these job ticket packages, and then it's all contained in one space. And the nice thing about it is if you have space to hang them up, I even do the clips on top, because these I am actually hanging right now, so you can hang these up and you can flip through them easily. I also have baskets with smaller die, you know, so there's lots of ways of doing it. Some people like to put up those magnetic sheets. If you got a wall or something where you can put them up on a door or a wall. So that was called Flutter CMS 294 from Stampers Anonymous. One of my favorite companies. It's designed from Tim Holtz, and let me see where the die is for that. I think it's this one. That looks right. But I think, you know, if you like these, whoops, if you like these passbook folders, I think Sizzix actually sells these, but you can make your own envelopes. You can make your own, you know, there's even dies that you can get that cut out envelopes, and you could cut it out of plastic yourself, or, you know, there's lots of ways of storage. All right, let me take some scissors and cut around these a little bit because I got to get it to go through the machine. Hi, Carla. How you doing today? So I'm just cutting this down, and some of that ink is still wet. That's one of the things about stays on. It takes a little while to dry. So make sure you're not smearing it. I'll just take a second to dry that down.
It's probably enough. Stenciling for a while. Oh, I have this. I thought would be kind of fun. Circular marks.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I know you're a busy lady. I saw all those fabulous stencils that you were doing for the daily challenge. Those were pretty cool. I'm making my list.
Yeah, she was making all those ATC stencils, ATC size, which, you know, they're not that much different from the ones I've been using, these 4x4s. But these are easy to travel with. Just dump them in your bag. Well, anyway, that's probably enough of that nonsense. Stuff everywhere. All right, what was I looking for? I was looking for my image here to come back. Because now I have all these fancy papers I could use. I wanted to, so sticky. Got stuff all over me, and apparently all over the page. Whoops. Touched the page, got white paint on it. Okay, it's black. Oh, and look what I bought, guys. Bought a heat tool. I couldn't take it anymore.
Sorry guys, I'm just die cutting these butterflies, so it's gotten a little quiet. Talk amongst yourselves. One more and I think I'll have enough here to work with. Okay. So I have been letting that other piece dry. I have my butterflies die cut. And let me just stick that back in here before I lose it. And I can set that aside and move on. See how this is coming. It's still wet. The way you tell is by temperature. If you touch it and it's cold, it's still wet. Oh, let me show you. Yeah, I'll show you what she's talking about. And I think you can even order them on Amazon, but these are magnetic vent cover. So it's got the magnet and you can stick your stuff right on there. You can stick this up on a wall. You can put it into a folder. You know, there's lots of ways that you can use these. So anyway, as I was saying, this is still cool to the touch. So it's not completely dry yet. I'm going to add something else to this. I've got some transfer gel from Deco foil transfer gel from iCraft. And I think I want to use some of that. I also grabbed a couple of papers. Wasn't sure what I wanted to use on here, but I knew I was going towards the blues, so I grabbed some grungy looking prints. That one's interesting. That's interesting. I've got this fancy, handmade type paper. But ultimately, I have to pick something here. This is just clean up paper. I like that grungy part right there. And I've got this one. I don't know. I'm not sure if that blue is going to show up on there. I might go with this or that or that. Okay, eliminating those. choices. Yeah, let's go with this. Because I like this little bit up here.
That dummies.
So I want to put some of this around in different places. And this is just deli pickup or leftover stuff from when I was printing. So, save all that stuff because it comes in handy.
Oh, I do.
So I'm going to use some, I want something more liquid. I wonder what I did with my fluid stuff. Okay. Here we go. I got some napkin stuff here. This will work. This is one of our favorites, this decoupage napkin stuff.
Yeah,
it's nice and fluid, and it makes everything transparent and works good. And I've had it for a long time, and it's still very fluid, even with half the bottle gone. Hi, Lolly. Hey, Laura.
Happy Canada Day.
Yeah. Happy Canada Day. That's the 1st of July. Yep. Been a little preoccupied. I usually remember that one. My brother is here. And so we've been doing different things. Yesterday, his bike was stolen when he was in Florida. Not his motorbike, but his regular bicycle bike. And he's been wanting to ride. So we borrowed a bicycle so that he could go and do a ride. And then, I don't know, it's just been juggling stuff around and doing things and contacting people because he's been on a trek. So it's been a lot of activity here. I had both of my brothers over here. So I want to make sure that that gets sealed down really well. I'm going to fold it over the edge. I'll probably end up cutting that part off because I'll paint out the edging eventually. But I like that. Make sure I get a good coat of adhesive on there so that it sticks well. I want it to blend in with what else I got going on here. And then just wipe the excess back. Oh boy, I slopped that all over. Ha ha.
Well, that's the fun part.
Slopping?
Yep.
Okay.
Getting it real sloppy.
Yeah, I gotta use all this stuff on my ring before it sets up. I think I'll just drop my ring in the water. Clean it later.
Probably not a bad idea.
So, got another layer. Layer, layer, layer. I'm all about layers.
I think mixed media is a lot about layers.
Yeah.
And not worrying about, what is, nothing is permanent. Everything can be covered. Also not worrying about when you cover something that you lost something, that you've now got to mourn it,
No.
Highlighting the best parts and covering the parts that are meh, People freak out at me when they're commenting on my videos. Oh, I liked that part and you covered it up.
Yeah.
Ah! Like, okay, so I covered it up. It's not the end of the world as we know it.
Well, and the point is, if you like something and you want to stop at a certain point, then you do it. Do it your way.
Yep.
We're not telling you that you have to do it our way.
Absolutely not. In fact, we're telling you don't do it our way.
Yeah. Make it yours.
Make it yours.
Make it yours.
We're just trying to inspire you to do something, or maybe teach you to do some specific technique or something. But we're certainly not putting stuff out there for you to copy.
Okay. Got that layer done. What are we sorry about? What's going on?
I don't know. I'm not watching.
Oh, yes. Oh, the Indigenous kids' graves. Absolutely.
What are we doing here? We're stuck. Stuck.
Yeah, it wasn't just the Canadians. I mean, we sent our Native Americans off to Indian school and stuff too, and yeah. Anyway. Thanks, Sybil. That's the point. We hope to inspire you.
That's what we're trying to do. Well, what did you get? Nasty black. Don't do that. All right, that's a good start. It's kind of fun. So what do I have left?
Because this is textural, I'm using a towel to push this down into those textured places.
this type of stencil brush just to do a little bit of stenciling over here. Would probably be good. I like these little pluses here and there. Kind of fun.
They're saying that your page is sort of musical, Shel.
Yeah, because of the swoosh. I can see that. The swoosh. It's kind of like a music, you know, where you would write music. Those there. Couple of them over here.
Okay, well, you know, everybody seems to migrate towards some kind of color, Lolly, and I do love my turquoise and teals and all of that. Those are some of my favorite colors too.
I think my color choices are often seasonal. It seems to be how it works for me. When it's fall, I use more browns and reds, and when it's spring,
I agree.
I use more pink, and when it's, you know, it's kind of how I am.
I agree that the seasons do affect us.
Yes. And this is supposed to be hot. These are hot colors, summer colors. Because it's been hot, hot, hot.
So as I'm drying this, I'm thinking, well, I could be drying some of this transfer gel at the same time. Speed this up. So let me get another stencil. And let's figure out what I'm going to do with this.
This is going to have a lot of pen work on it, I think. Just trying to clean up some of the splat. It's fun though, I like this.
Oh, that's kind of a window. I like that. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that one. And I'm going to get this transfer gel and my palette knife, wherever I put it. And
I didn't take it.
put some of this transfer gel on here through a stencil. Now I could have put some pixie spray on the back of this, but I'm just going to freeform here.
Oh, you naughty, naughty thing. Just winging it.
I'm winging it.
Hey.
Because I'm not going to do the whole stencil. I'm just going to do a portion there. And then I think I'll come down to the bottom. And we'll add some over here. Like this section right here. So I want to capture that. And we'll get this butted.
Like butter.
Yeah. And the same thing with this, you know, you need to, because this is glue, you need to get it off of your stencil. And if you're gonna put this away and you're like me and you have trouble closing things, you probably want to clean the ledge on your jar before you screw the lid on, which I tend not to do because I guess I like to struggle.
Yeah, I have the same problem.
Yeah.
I never remember to do that.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to take a wipe and wipe the edge, and maybe even take a, no, I don't have any wax paper here. All right, that'll do. And then clean up my tools.
Press them down, press them down. I didn't put any glue under them, so they're probably going to act like jerks and come up. But
Cindy says she loves it when we're bad. We're so bad.
it's a bed. Okay. Maybe just a little bit more tape. That tape is fun. Washi tape is fun. Washi tape is fun.
Look at there. I've got another. Okay. I'm going to save that. I'm into saving mode today, I guess. Get another towel. Wipe that down. Get rid of the sticky.
Well, that is a pretty fun background, I must say.
I think it's super fun. I love the black, but I am a contrast girl. I always think contrast is so cool. I was looking at that last batch of ATCs that you did, Shel, and the one with the black just jumped out at me. It's like, ooh, I love that. If you guys haven't been following what Shel's been doing with her ATCs, you should check it out. Okay. So I have that on there, and now guess what? I need to dry again.
I'm not surprised. Here's a cute little doggy. I miss my doggy. I miss her more than my people, which is bad, maybe. But she's just, she just follows me around like a little shadow, and she just loves me unconditionally. Doesn't yell at me most of the time. And petting an animal is really soothing if you're having anxiety or stress. Just sitting and petting is extremely soothing. So I have this little doggy. I thought I'd put this little doggy on my page today, even though it doesn't look anything like my doggy. But it's a cute doggy nonetheless.
Barb wants to know who she follows when you're gone.
Well, we kind of have we have numbers. We number our people, and right now she's really attached to my son, who used to be number 2, and then my husband's number 3. And number 3 is time to move up into number 1, but has been, I think, unsuccessful so far. It's like, I'm going to be number one by the time you get back. Like, nope, it's number two who's moved up into number one. And so, yeah, that's the joke we make at our house. Ew. Well, I just put the back of that into a bunch of black paint and then got it all over my fingers. That was just brilliant.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. When I started all this, I didn't think so much about how much drying time there was in this process. But at least we both have heat tools now.
Yep. I drove over to a larger town that had a Michael's and went and bought one because I just couldn't stand it.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. It's maybe could have been better. Another little cupcake.
So when you're talking about heat tools, this one is more concentrated and focused because of the tip here. And it blows harder. So I pulled it out because this was taking a long time to dry. This stuff is supposed to go a little bit translucent when it dries, and there's still some white areas on here, but I'm going to move on just because you guys don't want to see me drying stuff all day. But what I typically like to use when drying something like this is this craft tool because it doesn't blow as hard and it diffuses the heat more. So, you're not blowing stuff all over the place. And sometimes you just need the heat, like if you're embossing, you need the heat. And other times you need that diffused heat. So that's, some people have asked me, why do you have multiple heat tools? Well, because they have different purposes.
Yes. But now I have heat tools that are basically the same. This one is the same as my black one, although it's a little bit smaller, cheaply made. But I didn't want to, spend a bunch of money on something that I don't really need, to be honest, because I have one at home.
So now I'm going to use some foil. This is something I've had for many years. I can't even tell you how long ago, but there's lots of foil that will transfer with heat, and then this is one that will transfer just with the glue that's on here. So I want to put the foil down, and I want to adhere this by rubbing onto that glued surface. And get it to stick. And I'll have to move it around because this particular one is a small roll. I got this when I was doing a lot of card making, and I didn't need the great big sheets of foil transfer. I just needed, small areas. So, but you can see it's starting to stick to that adhesive there. And when you peel it back, you're going to get that foil transfer. Some of that glue is not, that's okay. See where it's still wet, it's not wanting to transfer quite as well.
Make sure that you lay down.
Let me try another area.
So the other is covered. Matte medium 2. Because you're just going to come up anyways. I know you are. You can't argue with me because I know you will do it. See, you're doing it already. Silly washi tapes. They don't like to stay on.
But I figured it was high time I started using some of this stuff. You know, we collect a lot of things, and they, you know, it's like Shel was saying, you clear out a space and all of a sudden you find this stuff that you haven't used in a long time, and it's like, why haven't I used that? I need to get that out and use it.
Yep. Definitely happening to me. I found a ton of stuff in my recent reorganization that I'd forgotten even existed. Like, oh, where did you come from?
Yeah.
And I'm sure I'll find more when I get back there and just keep working at it, getting everything organized and situated and all that. Okay, I have another stencil here that I was thinking about using, but I think I'll stencil it on paper and then cut it out. So I don't know what happened to any of my stuff here, but there's still some black on here. So I thought, when I saw this stencil, I thought, you know, I should put that on a page because it's true. And then I went looking for stuff to go with it. I'm just going to stencil this up real quick. Make sure I got it all on there. No, I didn't do a very good job. Oh, well.
So we got a little bit of copper, a little bit of texture. I want to grab. I'm gonna grab some more stays on. I've got a teal blue.
All right, let's see about this. I wonder if I could fix that with my white.
I'm just toning that down a little bit and framing out. I think I should grab a. Do I have a sanding block over here? Where did I do with it? Here we go. Some of this stuff that's flapping is bugging me, so I'm just going to take a sanding block. And pull that away. Because it's flapping.
No flapping allowed.
No flapping. And I can clean that up later. That's better. Yeah, that's better. So, where was I? Well, get the foil out, Barb. I know exactly what you're saying. I have so much stuff that just needs to be brought out and used. So this is a royal purple. Shell like this. But I want to deepen the edges, and I didn't really want to use black. So I thought this royal purple would be nice on here.
Lovely color.
I think it was a pretty good pick. I like that. But I think I'm also going to come back. What did I do with that stencil I was using? I think I'm going to add another layer of stenciling here.
That's so true.
Oh, yeah.
It's been so long since I did an art journal page.
Been a lot of small art this month.
Oh, well, I did that 100 days project, so it was all canvases.
Yeah.
And then it went to ATCs.
Yeah.
Haven't done any art journal pages or altered tags or any of the fun stuff that I like to do.
Yeah.
I like to do all that other stuff too, but it just seems like a long time since I've journaled.
Yeah, the problem is finding the time, because we love doing all of it. That's part of the mixed media thing, but you're called, you get these urges to do this and that, and sometimes it's hard to fit it all in. So the reason I've come back to the stencil is because I want to kind of incorporate those pieces that are standout-ish into the rest of the composition. So you use a stencil to integrate those pieces and help all of that come back together. And
Jeez,
I really do like to go back and forth. I think I want to do something with a lighter tone now too. So I might grab a little paint.
Okay, let's make sure everything is really dry. So the quote I thought was very appropriate for hashtag AJOS media, talking about mixed media. If you obey all the rules, you miss all the fun. So we encourage you to not obey the stuffy, artsy rules that some mainstream artists might have for you. Break them. Go break them. Have that all fixed. Kablooey. Yucky. And of course, the doggy has a cupcake, so it has more than one meaning. Because, you know, when all else fails, have dessert. All right, that's pretty fun.
That is real fun.
Now I'm going to do detailing and pen work. I think I have all my stuff glued on there. And I'm going to get out something. I'm not sure what yet. What do I have in my other food? What's in here? Anything good? I need some black. I don't think there's any black in here. So let me find some black first. Maybe a black Posca pen. Maybe. Oh no, I know. I'll use this pen. This is the best one. It's the best one. Give this doggy a little bit of an outline. Like you do. I think I'm gonna have to give him something to sit on though because it bugs me.
Knock back a little. And I'm pretty happy with that background. So,
well, if your background's done, you better get your foreground because it's only 15 minutes.
exactly. So I did do some die cuts. Remember I did these butterfly.
Oh, that's right. You did some stamping or something.
And I don't know if I want to use, what have I got here? I've got dreams, believe, inspire. I think we'll do, that's still in the die. I think I'll just do the dreams because I've got it ready to go here. And I've got a couple of them, so I'm going to glue, for a little more dimension, I'm going to glue a couple of them together.
Good idea. Make them fat. Just gonna fatten them up.
Yep. Make them a little bit fatter. Thanks, Roz. So I'm just putting some of this Art Institute glitter glue on it because it dries quickly and it's a good adhesive. Line those up and make it a little bit fatter, as Shel says. I could have cut it out of something thicker, but you know, use what you have laying around. This was just a scrap in my pile of scraps. And I think I need to brighten that up. So let's get some, I don't want to get that all wet. So let's see. This might be okay. Oh, it's too dark. Too dark, too dark. Let's try this one. I don't know. I need more pinky pink. Let me start with a pink. It's a little bit sticky. Get get something where you can see what I'm doing here. I'm just going to add some pink to that. This is a Pink Peony archival ink. This one is a cactus flower.
Cactus flower, pop your eyes. That's a bright one.
And so I've colorized that a little bit. And now we need to adhere some stuff, don't we? So
Probably.
if I use this Dreams on here, and I can add some of these. I had more than that. Did I lose a butterfly already? Oh, yes, I did. Here we go.
Trying to lose butterflies.
There we go. I think I like that. I think I want a little bit of that orange tinge on there, though, because it's missing on the word. So just going to grab it and do maybe some on the top part. Oh, I like that better. Yeah, well, maybe a little on the bottom too. All right. That was dandelion. So now I'm going to go back to some collage medium. Get a brush. I don't want my brush wet, so I'm going to grab a tissue. This was sitting in water, so I'm going to dry it off a little bit because I don't want to really dilute that. I want it to stick really well. How are we doing time-wise? Oh, we're doing good. All right. So I'll just start by putting these butterfly down. And you know, I may not get to it in the show, but I will do some line work and dimensional shadowing and things on this too. But of course, this glue has to dry down.
I think I pretty much finished my page.
Good for you.
I think I'm done. Yep.
So
Let me go see if anybody has any questions.
I think we need to talk a little bit about that whole premium membership thing.
Oh, yeah, people are still confused.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do it or do you want to do it?
Go ahead.
Okay, so here's what we're doing, guys. We're opening a Facebook group in which we can offer classes throughout the year. And It will be available all year, and continuously we will add new classes. But what we're offering only until August 1st. So that's the rest of this month. You can join that class group with a premium membership for $20. So you go over there to Peg's website with the link, you click on it, you pay $20. You use PayPal. If you don't have a PayPal account, that's okay. You can pay as a guest, and you can just use PayPal with your credit card. You don't have to have an account. So then once you're a member for this entire year, and this is a special offer, it will not come back. Once you have signed up, then you will receive our first class, which is a gel printing class, which is going to happen all through the month of August. Those classes will be live on Facebook. So you got to have Facebook. Then they will also be saved in the Facebook group. If you can't make it live, sometimes you're busy, then you can watch the saved ones. I think that Peg and I are each going to teach each week, right?
Every other week. Well, you're teaching one week, I'm teaching the next, and then we're going to help each other with the chat and stuff. So
okay,
yeah.
So you're going to get a lot of real-time live instruction for that $20. Now, then there will be other classes, and no, we don't know what they are. We are both qualified to teach a lot of things. We've taught both online and in person. So we will be offering other classes besides just this first one throughout the year. And if you are a premium member and you've paid your $20 before August 1st, you'll get all those other classes for free. If you didn't sign up before August 1st with the $20 offer, then each class that we provide will be $25 a piece. So why are we doing this? We're trying to start out, we're trying to get some people who are our people that follow us closely in there to help us get it set up. People who will be friendly to us, who will not complain if something goes a little bit wrong while we're trying to learn how to use Facebook Live and all that stuff. We just want some people in there to help us out. And by you doing that, you're getting a super good deal. Yeah, I mean, it's a deal. So I would recommend that you do it. Once you go over there and pay with PayPal your $20, then you need to go to Facebook and ask to join. Some people haven't been doing that. There will be questions for you to answer, and one of the big questions you do need to answer is, who did you sign up as? Because a lot of people have one name for Instagram, one name for Facebook, one name for YouTube, one name for whatever, and none of them are their actual name. So your credit card probably has your actual name on it. So if you're, I love to stamp on, whatever social media, but your name is Susie Blue, then we need to know that your name that you paid with is Susie Blue. Does that make sense? So when you go to join the group and ask to join the group, you need to, one of the questions is, what is your name? What is your name that you paid with is what we need. So does that answer everyone's questions? Do you have anything else I need to tell you about that? Marie, we have not planned past this, but there will be, there might be collage things, there might be other mixed media things, there might be card making, there might be just a general ideas of art journaling, there might be assemblage, there might be, we don't even know. We don't know at this point. We know we're going to teach a gel printing class.
You guys know what our channel is like. We do just about everything there is to do.
Right.
And we get a lot of questions from people about different things. And the thing about doing it live in a group like that is you can ask all your questions in the group. It's a safe place. It's not YouTube, and nobody's going to be critical. You can post all your stuff and ask for suggestions, and it's just our gang, our community,
Yes. And also the live is real-time instruction.
Yeah.
It's not a speed up. On my channel, that I know a lot of you come and watch my videos are sped up a minimum of 4 times fast. So they're giving you instruction, but it's at a fast pace. If you would like to have instruction that's slower with talking, and you can ask questions in the chat, you can ask questions in the group. It's more of a class than an inspiration idea situation. A lot of people ask for that. That's why we have this live stream, because people wanted real-time instruction.
Well, and you can work along, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I just posted this morning in that group, you know, basic supplies that you might want to consider if you don't have them already. So, I mean, you know, we're going to give you PDFs. We're going to give you instruction, you know, that'll
Yes.
give you what you need to get going.
Barbara's asking what the name of the Facebook group is.
It is Art Joy. Oh boy.
Art Joy Classroom or Art Joy?
Art Joy. Yeah. Hold on. I will tell you in just a second.
My phone is filming and my computer is filming. I can't go look because I'm not at home. I don't have all the information in front of me.
Art Joy class membership, and it looks like that. Okay.
Yeah,
So you need to go look for Art Joy class membership. If you know have, and I will say that about half of the people who have signed up have not come and joined us yet. So I hope that you follow the link that's in when you get your invoice, when you get your paid stuff, it tells you where you need to go to sign up or to get into the group, and it'll ask you the information about who you signed up as and all of that. But yeah, you do need to get into the group and start following along, because I'm already posting things in there for you.
Yeah. And you probably might be asking yourself, well, why can't you just put me in the group? It comes back to the same reason. You might not be Susie Blue on your Facebook, right? We don't know who you are until you tell us who you are. So it's hard to add somebody to a group if we don't know who they are. So if that's confusing you or you can't find it, you can direct message one of us to help you. We may not get back to you instantly. We both have real lives that are happening.
Yeah. Like I said, I have visitors here all week. I have a cousin coming in next week. I had both of my brothers here yesterday. It's the 4th of July. Yeah, life is happening, and you know, just be patient. I will get you in there. I just have to verify everything and get it moved over. But that's why you need to go in and ask to get into the group, so that I can see you and I can take care of that for you.
Right. And I'm not home and I don't have access to the website. So it's Peg's website. So I can't see if you paid or not. I think this doggy needs a crown.
A crown? Yeah, that would be good.
So does everybody understand? Does anybody have any more questions? Thank you, Rennie. We promise it'll be good. We promise you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, you know, it's something we've talked about for a long time. And I just really wanted to be able to provide this, you know, without having you to travel someplace and spend thousands of dollars to take a class, you know. This is just a real easy way for us to present things. And, you know, getting in early you're really getting the deal of a lifetime, because anybody else that's joining us later is going to be paying individually. So
Yep. And even they are getting a good deal because they're not paying
yeah,
$100 for a class.
how do you get 2 instructors for a whole month for that kind of price, right?
Right.
So we wanted to provide something good for you guys, but also get a little something for the time that we put out doing it. So, because it takes time. It takes
Takes a
time
lot of
away
time.
from what we normally do to put that together. So I will continue to do some line work and things on here, but I think we're kind of out of time for today. So I
Yeah.
hope you enjoyed this, guys. I hope you use the hashtag if you're making something like this, and share it with us so that we can find you.
Yes, the hashtag again is AJOS Media.
Yeah, the deadline is August 1st.
Yes, August 1st.
Yeah, got to sign up before August 1st if you want the deal.
Yep, it's going to creep up on you, so you might just want to go do it right now.
Soon as Central Time clicks over August 1st, it becomes a 1 month paid class instead of a year-long premium membership.
Yep.
Okay, guys, that's it from us for this week. We'll be seeing you again next week, I hope. And
Yep.
Rennie says every dog needs a crown, and I agree.
I agree too, especially my little dog at home. She needs
Yeah. So thanks for being with us, and we'll talk again soon. Hope to see you in class. Bye for now.